Hey, what's good, everyone? Back again, 2 nights in a row, same outfit. You know what I mean? Just fucking rained, so can't put my laptop down, so I just gotta hold the shit. I was filming another location, got kicked out real quick, didn't even start. So we're talking about Brockhampton, my man out here. So Brockhampton is a big group of like 16 or so people. It's all about groups this Friday. But this Brockhampton new record, Saturation 2, is a follow-up to the June Saturation 1, which, holy fuck, like, we just released so many albums all quickly. Saturation is, I liked it a lot, actually, and then Saturation 2, moving on, which is what we're talking about now. It's like a funkier movie script. It's really hard to explain, but it does really well production-wise and lyrical-wise. There's just so many people on this album. Like I said, it's like a group of 16 or so people. And with everyone working together, it's similar to the A$AP Mob situation, where if you bring in more creative people and you have so many creative people, then obviously your product will hopefully be better. This is a situation where most bands would fail, is if you have too many cooks in the kitchen. Brockhampton does not do that. Brockhampton is not a member. For anyone that doesn't know, Brockhampton is not a member of the group. It's just called that name. Brockhampton is a pretty big collective of rappers, lyricists, photography, publicists. Like, there's just a whole big group of people, and it's really like a do-it-yourself kind of thing that I like a lot. It's out on Question Everything Inc. / Empire. And with the first track, it's interesting because they use these strings and harps to make it really like beautiful. Like, it's gonna be like a Pixar movie. Here comes this beautiful, like, graceful harp, and you think that it's gonna be a really beautiful album. And then as soon as this alarm clock-esque like noise just interrupts that, it's straight into hip hop. And it's like a classier, almost similar to the Action Bronson style production, where it's like almost like The Alchemist or Knowledge, where they use a lot of sampled pianos and keys, and the synths are really beautiful. But there are tracks on here where Brockhampton does kind of bare its teeth, and they show all 16 of them, actually. It's on tracks like Teeth, where there's only one rapper or rhymer or poet speaking over an a cappella of choir music. And the way that he kind of does this is it opens with choir music, and there's no percussion, no instruments besides these vocals, and they just rip shop with it. I mean, the way that Amir Van kind of products himself, and the way that he is very conscious. This is a very conscious sounding song. It sounds like it can lead into something much heavier, but then they just stop it. It's almost like it belongs as a straight a cappella song, with even no instrumentals or backing vocals whatsoever. I think it would still be substantial. But the way that stands out is there's no percussion on it, and there's no really big lead-ups. You think it's going to go into this direction, and it doesn't. Then it cuts into the next song. It's only about a minute long, the transition. And it's more of an interlude, I would say, to kind of the second half, where it's not back to the usual business, but they do kind of go back to their more jazzier, kind of funkier roots. And there's another track, though. The track Fight is a little bit different, though, and this is kind of more towards the end. It's one of the last tracks where Kevin Abstract leads these hooks and these outros, and they're very interesting, only because the way that he rhymes with his voice, and it's the way that they're taking it is so, it's so abrasive and demanding, and his vocals here are just really powerful. The message from Brockhampton is just really powerful, and to see both of these records in such a short time, within 2 months of each other, or even within 2 months of each other, I mean, it's incredible to see, as Brockhampton is just this creative collaboration of madness that shouldn't really work well, but it flies and it exceeds any expectations that you could have had. Congratulations to them. I understand that they're doing very well now. Just went gold. They are on the billboards too. I'm not sure where. I think 57 on the U.S. billboards now. Congratulations to them. I understand they're doing very well. If you can, and you do get a chance to check out Brockhampton, definitely check it out. It's a very interesting group. They kind of capture this style that I haven't really seen in hip-hop a lot, where everyone does everything, but there's 16 people that do that. It's very do-it-yourself. I like it a lot. That's kind of that's the theme of these reviews this Friday, is very do-it-yourself, big groups, and hip-hop. And kind of going backwards, I don't want to go back too far, but the track Gummy that kind of opens up after the short introduction of the harps. Gummy is a straightforward hip-hop track, I think, but it has like production that is closer to like the 1990s to 2010 with these synth the West Coast synths that are very like Snoop Dogg-esque, Dr. Drake style of production. And it's cool to see these bands bringing this kind of stuff back where it's a full motion, it's a full cycle. And Brockhampton does this so well, and I just look forward to whatever they have. I'm sure probably in 2 days they'll have another album coming out. And like I said, I really don't do like reviews on here. I don't really do numbers per se. But I do want to say that Brockhampton is a project that I'll be looking forward to for anything that they come out with, really. I'm looking forward to what they have in the future. I'm going to keep going back to Brockhampton's earlier stuff, between Saturation 1, 2, even their earlier, what is that mixtape called? American Trash, I believe. I'm going to go back to that and see, because I've really only picked up on Saturation, and I'm still an early fan, as everyone now knows. But I definitely like that Saturation 2. It's a good leaping point into, it can be overbearing at times, definitely with how many members are there and how much sound is there. But it's very, after multiple listens, it becomes very easy on the ears. It's a great kind of just beautiful thing. The art style is there. Just check it out. Why are you listening to me? Go listen to it. It's great. So that's it. It's a picture. Okay.
Eyes hold it, I know you see it. In and out of focus on this guy's dick. Oh, you know that YouTube is gonna copyright strike this, cause they don't like anything on their page. Or they're gonna give me a strike because it's a penis on there. We show it all, you know? Fuck YouTube. YouTube, if you're watching this, don't strike me. I need this. I need to make it. Okay. Thank you.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left.